Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, November 20th, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Mayor Pete rising in the latest presidential polls. New witnesses challenge Democrats' impeachment inquiry. Another state sues the nation's largest e-cigarette maker. San Francisco Bay Area dominating the list of most expensive places to live. American-based airlines predict a record number of travelers this Thanksgiving. Also ahead, a look at tonight's Democrat debate. Will Joe Biden get hammered over Ukraine? But first, presidential contender Pete Buttigieg inching closer towards front-runner status, taking first place in recent polling in Iowa and New Hampshire. The top 10 Democrats are set to square off in Atlanta this evening, the fifth presidential debate. The event, moderated by MSNBC and the Washington Post, will feature 4 moderators, all women. Testimony from yesterday's impeachment witnesses challenging the Democrats' claims that President Trump formally tried to pressure Ukraine. Former National Security Advisor Tim Morrison and the State Department's Kurt Volker saying the president made no effort to bribe anyone in Ukraine. New York becoming the latest state to sue e-cigarette manufacturer Juul, the largest vaping producer in the country. The lawsuit claims the company uses deceptive marketing techniques to target teenagers while minimizing the potential health risks. 33 people have died across the USA from vaping-related illnesses. A new report says 51 out of the 100 most expensive zip codes in the USA are in the San Francisco Bay Area. Top of the list, Atherton, California. A house there may cost you $7 million. Perhaps because of high housing costs, the region has one of the worst homeless situations in the nation. Travel companies now predicting a record-setting Thanksgiving weekend, saying more than 31 million Americans will take to the skies and roads to visit loved ones. That's a 4% jump from the previous high set last year. Experts cite cheap airfare, affordable gasoline, and a strong economy for the increase. In a moment, is the fix in for tonight's Democratic debate in Atlanta? Right back with that. Millions of Americans have been diagnosed with cancer or a serious illness. If you are one of them and money is a problem, you're not alone. It's simple. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage for free to see if you qualify for cash now when you need it the most. Be ready to take down this number. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, and you are living with a serious illness, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage free to see if you qualify for cash now. So write this number down, 1-888-GUIDE-50. Totally free to call. Get rid of those insurance premiums. Stop paying them. Consider turning that life policy into cash. The number again, 1-888-GUIDE-50. 1-888-484-3350. 1-888-GUIDE-50. Call now. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Is the fix in for tonight's Democratic debate in Atlanta? 10 candidates will share the stage tonight in Atlanta for the 5th Democratic presidential debate, co-hosted by MSNBC and the Washington Post, both very liberal entities. The event will be moderated by Rachel Maddow, Andrea Mitchell, NBC News correspondent Kristen Welker, and the Washington Post's Ashley Parker. Very PC, having all women asking the questions, but nothing wrong with it. Here are the latest national polling averages of the Democratic candidates from Real Clear Politics. Joe Biden, 26%, Elizabeth Warren, 21%, Bernie Sanders, 18%, Pete Buttigieg, 8%, Kamala Harris, 5%. All the rest are below 5%. Now, the debate tonight will be interesting because of 3 items. First, Vice President Biden, who is holding his own, but is not a dominant figure in the polls any longer. Mr. Biden has taken a pounding, as you know, in the Ukraine situation. Well, will the moderators and his opponents ask him about his son, Hunter Biden, getting millions of dollars from Ukraine and China while Joe Biden was vice president? I don't believe that will happen. Maybe a question or two from the moderators, but I don't think Joe Biden's competition going to go after him. I think the fix is in. And what I mean by that is that the word from the Democratic Party itself is don't emphasize Joe Biden's Ukraine problem. Concentrate on President Trump's Ukraine controversy. Could be wrong. We'll analyze what happened tomorrow, and we'll see. The second story is Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who is apparently surging in the polls in Iowa and New Hampshire. Now, Mr. Buttigieg, 37 years old, would be the youngest elected president if he wins. Anyway, Mayor Pete has a great resume, attended Harvard, Oxford, Naval Reserve lieutenant. However, his experience in politics is scant. He ran South Bend, Indiana, which is the home to Notre Dame, and that's about it. It is a small hamlet. Anyway, Mayor Pete is an articulate man, kind of a moderate. And the theory goes that the bomb throwers like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are so far left that Buttigieg is now taking the center. We'll see how Buttigieg is confronted this evening. Finally, Elizabeth Warren on the decline. She's up and she's down, but now everybody is hammering her because of all her entitlement promises. You simply can't pay for that. I expect Ms. Warren to continue to be on the defensive tonight. All in all, the fifth debate, I think there are 7 or 8 more. Now we have New York City Mayor Bloomberg entering the race, it looks like. So anything can happen. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by actually writing it. For more commentary, please visit BillO'Reilly.com and check out my new book, The United States of Trump. The O'Reilly Update will return with something you might not know. Forget Russian hackers and elections for a moment, please. This is worse. Cyber thieves are stealing American homes. Guess where your home's legal title and mortgage documents are kept? Online. Wide open. Your signature and everything thieves need to take over ownership of your home is easily available online. Thieves forge your name off the title, then refile the deed so it appears you sold it. Then they go to unscrupulous lenders and borrow money using your home's equity. Then they disappear, and you get stuck with the payments. Banks, insurance, and identity theft programs do not protect you. Home Title Lock does. Home Title Lock puts a virtual firewall around your home's title and mortgage, and they monitor the black market to see if your home is for sale. Your home equity is your retirement, your emergency fund. Let me help protect it with 60 risk-free days of Home Title Lock. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com and enter your address to see if you're already a victim. Defend yourself at HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. One of America's most loved TV programs is turning 50 years old, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. You can see it in reruns. It ran first for 7 seasons on CBS. Mary and the WJM news crew did the impossible. They kept Americans in on Saturday nights. The viewership was 50 million strong at the show's peak. Now, the Mary Tyler Moore Show earned a few Emmys along the way, winning 29 trophies, a record for primetime until Frasier took the title decades later. It was the strong ensemble cast that kept people tuning in, many of the stars going on to bigger projects and their own programs. So let's take a look at what happened to the cast after the final episode of The Mary Tyler Moore Show. 15 years on TV was plenty for Mary Tyler Moore herself. She then jumped to the big screen, locking down an Oscar nomination for her role in the 1980 film Ordinary People. She wrote 2 memoirs and spent some time on Broadway. Miss Moore passed away in 2017 at the age of 80. America also loved Lou Grant. Ed Asner reprising his role in a spin-off for CBS, this time an hour-long drama. Mr. Asner, the only actor ever to win Emmys for the same character in both comedy and drama. He currently does voiceover work. You may have heard him in Pixar's Up. Ed Asner turned 90 this month. Ted Knight won 2 Emmys playing newsman Ted Baxter. He wouldn't be so lucky with his own program. It lasted just 6 episodes. Mr. Knight died after battling cancer in 1986 at age 62. Supporting actresses Valerie Harper and Cloris Leachman both starred in their own programs, Rhoda and Phyllis. Ms. Harper passed away earlier this year, while Ms. Leachman is now a contestant on Dancing with the Stars at 93 years old. Amazing. Gavin MacLeod played Murray Slaughter. After that, he was the captain on the Love Boat for 9 seasons. He's still kicking at 88. Back after this. There are so many reasons to be grateful, and in large part, we have our military and our vets to thank for our liberties and freedom. So here is a message about National Wreaths Across America Day. It's coming up Saturday, December 14th. You can join in the mission to remember our fallen heroes, honor those who currently serve, and teach younger generations the value of freedom. A $15 donation to Wreaths Across America sponsors a fresh handmade balsam fir wreath from Maine with a single red bow. The circular wreath with 10 balsam bouquets is a catalyst for unity, healing, and an expression of gratitude. What started at Arlington National Cemetery has now grown to ceremonies at more than 1,700 other participating locations across the country and overseas. So please sponsor a Veterans Wreath today and show your appreciation. Visit wreathsacrossamerica.org, wreathsacrossamerica.org. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.